new hair. Hey guys, it's Olivia and I'm back with another video. So, I am a girl and I have social media, which means I have DMs. And if you don't know what DMs are, they are direct messages. And for some unknown reason, guys always feel the need to slide into them. And in this week's video, I'm gonna tell you how not to slide into a girl's DMs. 4 things that you should literally never do. And that's not to say that if you follow this video that she's miraculously gonna respond and you're gonna live happily ever after. No, she still might not respond. However, if you do any of these 4 things, then she's definitely 100% not going to respond. But before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Monday. I make anywhere from topic videos like this to how to make money online videos to pop socket videos. And with all that being said, let's get into this week's video. So before anybody gets mad, I don't need any comments saying not all men, because obviously not all. But I'm going to speak from my personal experience. This is stuff that has actually happened to me. Things that have actually been said to me. So this is not some made up scenario in a far off land. No, this is stuff that actually happens and I know for a fact because it has happened to me. So, number 1, don't start a conversation with me at 2 a.m. I don't know what it is about guys, but they feel they need to start a conversation with you at like all odd hours of the night. Like they'll start a conversation with you in the AM, but like the dark AM. Like they don't start a conversation with you at 10 a.m. They start a conversation with you at 1:37 a.m. And it's like, why? Why can't you just wait until a reasonable hour? Like of all the times, 2 a.m. And it's like, I understand that there are different time zones. I have had mandem from different time zones in my DMs, and I get that. However, with me specifically, I can't speak for other people, but let's take Instagram for example, since this is the most common place that people feel the need to slide into my DMs. If you go to any of my Instagram pictures and you click it, it is geotagged Toronto, Ontario. So all you need to do is go on the internet, which you obviously have access to, hence how you're able to be in my DMs. All you have to do is go to Google and you type in, what time is it in Toronto? Enter. And then it says it's 2 a.m. So yeah, for you, it could be 12 noon in your time zone, but it's not in my time zone, and it's so easy to find out what time zone I'm in. If you are now gifted with the knowledge of what time it is for me, and you know that it is 2 a.m., and you still decide to message me, you do not deserve a response. Excuse me, that is so inconsiderate. What, like, do you want to know what I'm doing at 2 a.m.? I'm asleep. That's what I'm doing. So don't wake me up from my sleep. I don't need my phone going zzz, zzz at 2 a.m. waking me up, or let's say my phone's not on silent and then it does the da-da-da sound. I don't need that in my life at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then, do you want to know what makes me even more mad? It's not even like you have something important to say. It will literally say, hey. It's like you woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning to say hey. It's like you didn't even have anything important to say. I remember one time I decided to entertain someone because it was like midnight and for some unknown reason I wasn't asleep yet. So I decided to entertain someone. Someone messaged me hey. So then I replied hey. And then he replied hey. And I'm like, what are we doing? Is this the hey game? Is this something that I don't know about? Because if it is, I don't even want to know about it. What is the hey game? Get out of my DMs with the hey game. So I was like, you hit me up at midnight and you didn't even have anything important to say. What was the point of that? You want to know what you could have done? You could have waited like the 8 hours till it was like a good reasonable time, my time, like 8 a.m. my time, even though I'm not a morning person, but whatever. You could have taken that 8 hours and actually thought of something interesting and or important to say instead of going on a whim and being like, I'm going to message her and be dumb at 12 o'clock in the morning. No, don't do that. So it's like, firstly, I don't know what you thought you were getting out of that conversation, but you didn't even have anything important to say. So don't bother me between 12 and like 6 a.m. Like, don't. Don't, especially when you don't have anything important to say. Let me tell you something. As I said, I'm either asleep, so I don't need you to wake me up, or I'm awake doing something a lot more important than talking to you. So don't message me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you. Number 2, and I'm sorry to single out a specific group. However, number 2 really only applies to white guys. I'm sorry. But don't slide into my DMs with, how are you doing, my cocoa caramel mocha hot chocolate latte queen? What is that? What am I supposed to say to that? Like, I don't understand. For some unknown reason, white guys feel the need to tell you that you're black. And it's like, I don't need some white guy from the opposite side of the world to tell me that I'm black, because I already knew that. I'm 20 years old. I've been black for 20 consecutive years. I know this. I don't need you to tell me this. I don't need you to come into my DMs with a chocolate emoji and a smirky face. Like, did you think that you were doing something? Like, I feel like you really thought that you did something and you didn't. Or like, I don't need you being like, oh, you're the first black girl I ever talked to. Or you're the first black girl that I've ever slid into the DMs. Oh, you're the first black girl that I ever thought was attractive. You're the first black girl I ever liked. I don't know. But like, honestly, that is not a compliment. This is literally what you're saying. Typically, I don't find anybody from your race attractive, but for some unknown reason, I find you attractive. Therefore, I am gracing you with my presence in your DMs. You're welcome. Does that sound like a compliment to you? Because it's not. I don't know why white guys always feel the need to bring up race. Like, it's irrelevant. Or they try to be relatable. Like, how you doing, shawty? How you doing, shorty? Whatever people be saying. I don't know. I'm probably not even saying it properly because I don't be talking like that. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to relate, trying to talk the way that you do, or like, just, I don't know. Like, okay, think about it. The first person that you ever liked, let's say that girl happened to be white. You didn't go up to her and say, you're the first white girl I ever liked. Even though it is a true statement, you didn't say it. You want to know why? Because it didn't seem relevant. So when you're talking to me, it's also not relevant. That is not information that you need to disclose. You don't need to tell me that. Instead of treating me like a black girl, why don't you just treat me like a girl? Thank you. Number 3, now we're going back to general. We're going back to all the men. Okay, don't talk to yourself. Let me explain. You know how, let's say we're texting, for example, just to give you a visual representation. Let's say we're using iMessage. When you send someone a message, it is in blue, and when they send you a message, it is in gray. Okay? So on my end, when you're sending me a message, it's gray. Okay? Don't have it be gray, 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 gray. Why are you talking to yourself? You're literally talking to yourself in my DMs. I keep getting a notification every time you feel like talking to yourself. If you've sent me 7 messages in a row and I haven't responded, like it's only your side of the conversation, no one else on the other side, didn't you not clue in that I don't want to talk to you? Like, come on. Like, I understand. Let's say one day you say, hey, and I don't respond. Then maybe you're thinking, wow, she's probably a busy woman. She has more important things to do than talk to me. So let me message her on a different day at a different time. You message me, different day, different time, still don't respond. And then you message me on a different day at a different time, and I still don't respond. You have messaged me on 3 different days at 3 different times and I haven't responded. And you haven't clued in that I don't want to have a conversation with you. Like, I don't understand. Like, I have literally had a certain someone in my DMs for the last 2 years. Only him talking. Why he hasn't caught on yet? Cotton, that's not a word. Why he hasn't caught on yet? I don't know. I really can't tell you. Like, legit. It's just you talking. Stop having a conversation with yourself. Stop boring me with the conversation that you are having with yourself. Let me tell you something. If you want to have a conversation with yourself, this is what you need to do. You need to go into messages, as in your text messages. You need to start a new message. You need to type in your own number and then text yourself. That's what you need to do. You do not need to be messaging me. You are literally talking to yourself. You've been talking to yourself for the last week or two, or the last 2 years. I don't know what you be doing. You've been talking to yourself the whole time. It's purely one-sided. So if you want to have a conversation with yourself because you're very good at that, apparently, then have a text conversation with yourself. Don't bother me with the conversation that you're having with yourself. I don't need a notification every time you decide to talk to yourself again. Do that on your own time. Do it in your own messages. Don't talk to yourself in my messages. And here we are at number 4. Don't message me on different platforms. Like, if I didn't want to DM you on Instagram, then I don't want to DM you on Twitter. And if I didn't want to DM you on Twitter, then I don't want to DM you on Facebook. Like, how... If you've sent me 7 messages in a row on Instagram and I haven't responded to any of them, you think it's a good idea to go and look me up on Facebook and start a new message there? Like, you just think because the Facebook message is blank that you're all of a sudden starting on a new clean slate? No, you're not. I still have your 7 DMs. I still have your 7 DMs from Instagram. Like, you literally messaged me 7 times in a row, and 2 minutes later, now I have a notification from a different platform and it's still you? You think that I forgot about the previous 7 messages? Do you think that I have the memory span of a goldfish? No, it's not a new slate. You're just on me on a different platform. If I don't want to talk to you here, I don't want to talk to you there. How is that? How is that not understood? I don't get it. And you want to know the worst part? Like, going back to number 3, because 3 and 4 are kind of related, okay? The fact that I haven't messaged you back on any of these means that you're not even actually messaging me. You're literally just sending me message requests. You're literally requesting to talk to me, and you're literally getting denied every single time, and yet you keep sending requests. At this point, you're not even actually DMing me, because I'm not even letting the DM happen, because I'm not accepting the request, and you haven't figured that out yet, so now you're gonna start sending me requests on a different platform? Is that what we're doing right now? Don't message me on different platforms. Don't ruin social media for me. Like, don't make it so that I can't go onto any platform without seeing message requests from insert person name here. I don't need that in my life. Don't message me on different platforms. If I wanted to talk to you, I would. If I'm not talking to you, it's for a reason. I saw your messages. I didn't respond to your messages. If you see me in person, don't ask me why I didn't respond to your messages, because I don't owe you a response. That's it. I don't know what else to say. You are not entitled to a response from me. If I don't want to respond to you, I don't have to. Don't confront me about why I'm not contacting you or why I'm not whatever. Like, I don't need that. Like, legit. Can I just say something? We're done with all our steps. That was 1 through 4. But now just like a general lesson, I guess, or a general thing to put into perspective. There are 7 billion people on this planet, okay? Let's say that 3.5 billion of them are women. And let's say that 1.75 billion of those women are of age. You have 1.75 billion people to choose from. So if I'm not interested in you, that's okay. Go talk to one of the other 1.7 billion. Like, legit, I don't know why Mandem gets so on one person. They're not the only person. Like, I'm flattered that you think I'm, like, great or whatever, but, like, there's other people. If I don't like you, that's okay. Firstly, I don't have to like you. So don't be getting mad that I don't like you. Like, you can find someone who does. You have 1 billion people to choose from. You have nearly 2 billion people to choose from. Why are you so on that one girl? Why? Please explain it to me. I don't understand. Or maybe you're like this in everybody's DMs. Why? Like, if someone doesn't like you, literally move on. They're not the only person. They're not the only person. You have 2 billion other people to choose from. Go find one of them. And, like, also, if you've done one of these 4 things that I've mentioned, stop talking to whoever it is right now. If you've done this, to 10 girls and you're like still in their DMs, still messaging them, still talking to yourself, or you still messaging them at 2 a.m. or whatever you be doing, one of the 4 things that I talked about, stop messaging them right now. She doesn't want to talk to you. And she is allowed to not want to talk to you. So move on. Slide into someone else's DMs, but don't do one of these 4 things. I'm not guaranteeing you a response, but you have a higher chance. Like for me, I've gotten DMs from people I literally don't know, people on the opposite side of the world. And I've gotten DMs from people who I talked to 2 times, and for some reason they now feel they need to flood my DMs. I've gotten it all, okay? But if you actually know this person and you're like just getting to know this person, do not bombard them with DMs because they don't want it. And like at this point, just move on. Whoever this girl is where you're in her DMs, stop DMing her. Stop DMing her on a second platform if you've already gotten there. And if you know her in person, don't talk to her in person. Move on. There's 2 billion other women, okay? Start over. Start with an actual clean slate. A new social media platform is not a clean slate. Start with an actual clean slate with a new girl. You're welcome. I saved you a lot of trouble, and now you don't have to waste 2 years like a certain someone has been in my DMs. You don't have to waste 2 years talking to yourself. I already warned you. I literally just saved you 2 years of your life. You're welcome. So yeah, I wanted to make this video because these are things that have actually happened to me. This has been happening to me for like a while. This has been happening to me for about like 3 years. And now I'm talking about it because now it's getting like more prevalent. Is that the right word? Whatever. And I need to let you guys know, because apparently you don't know. And to any guys who don't do this, congratulations, you are wonderful. If you have a friend who does do this, please refer them to this video, or just tell them the 4 no-nos yourself. I don't know. But like, if you don't do it, great. If you do it and now you've seen this video, stop. So that's all for this week's video. I hope it was informative. I hope you took something away. I really hope you listened to me, because while I cannot speak for all women, I did run this video by a lot of women that I do know, and they all agreed. Not one of them refuted one of my points. And yes, I know that, as I said, there's the 2 billion potential bachelorettes, and obviously I didn't talk to like even 1/100th of those people, but doesn't matter. I talked to people, they agreed. 100% of the women that I've talked to do not like these things. So don't do them. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get you messaging yourself in their DMs for 2 years. So I hope you enjoyed this video and or learned something from this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you think your friends will enjoy it, or if you think that there's someone who needs to see this, be sure to share it with them. All my social media links will be down below in case you want to follow me on there. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Monday, and I'll see you next Monday with a new video. So then don't message me.